But see, Atlanta, he's doing these things now because no one will honor him when he's gone.
Good day, everyone. First of all, happy Pride Month to all who celebrate. Wishing all the homophobes and transphobes out there an absolutely terrible June. Okay, today we're talking about Jon Ossoff, the freshman senator out of Georgia, who just yesterday delivered one of the most dynamite speeches I have seen in a long time. Really just taking the gloves off, not pulling any punches. It is something that we need to see more of within the Democratic Party, making Trump and the MAGA movement seem like the petulant little freaks that they really are. So let's just dive right in, starting off with him torching Trump and his entire legacy.
He's trying to put his face on the money. Did you see that? He's building a monument to himself. But see, Atlanta, he's doing these things now because no one will honor him when he's gone. Because he's a failed president and a national disgrace.
No gloves, no bullshit, just pure unadulterated hate farming. Right? We love to see it. Jon Ossoff, honestly, for the past few months, has been seriously cooking with the gas turned up to 11, right? This is no exception. He is cooking, right? Just laying it flat out, saying, when Trump is gone, we're going to talk about how shit he was and how much he sucked, right? What a legacy to behold, right? It is so refreshing. But if you can believe it, this is just the tip of the iceberg here.
Donald spent Saturday complaining on the internet. Listen to this. 6 hours, 52 posts. The president attacked the Pope. He posted his own face on Mount Rushmore and a made-up Trump Peace Prize. He announced 3 times America's back, and he assured an increasingly concerned public he's in excellent health. And when not posting, he's been trying to rob us. Have you seen it? And while you pay more for everything, Donald Trump wants your tax dollars for what many are calling the Jeffrey Epstein Memorial Ballroom.
We should really all start calling it the Epstein Memorial Ballroom at this point. That shit is so whack and so ugly and stupid. And here we are, right? Footing the bill, right? The new satellite imagery came out showing like the UFC arena and the ballroom construction. It's like, oh, great. Yeah, so the White House just looks like shit right now. That's cool. Awesome. Great. Really great. And what he's mentioning here about that Donald Trump post session, it was one to behold. We got some bangers out there, like Trump claiming that he has extreme intelligence, extreme, extreme explosions, everything. He's the best. He's the smartest president ever. Every president is dumber than him. And to prove it, he posted this very official-looking chart that really shows all the details. Vitals, excellent, check. Cognitive, excellent, check. It just looks like a third grader's checklist for groceries, not a health, receipt for the decrepit crypt keeper pedo president. But on top of all of that, we also got some beautiful AI art here with Trump on Mount Rushmore, not once, but twice. They're just so beautiful. We got Trump with good old George Washington over here with that AI pixel art, and of course Donald Trump French kissing the flag, as he always does. But my personal favorite is God Emperor Trump with the planes above him and ships sailing beyond as he points forward saying, "You're getting discombobulated." It brings a tear to my eye. It really does. He also posted this graphic, which to me just is some brain dead behavior, right? Like, who in their right mind would send someone to prison for stealing toothpaste? If they're stealing toothpaste, I think they might freaking need it. But to be honest, I hate both of these outcomes, right? I hate those little theft protection lockers, right? I don't want to have to ping a minimum wage worker for them to come over and unlock it just for me to grab ointment, right? Like, it's, ugh. Anyway. Tangent over, let's get back to Jon Ossoff, who is now targeting his opponents he is running up against, and again, he is really not pulling any punches here.
Speaking of corruption, my 2 opponents. See, they tried to run Kemp, but he refused. So we're left with the congressman who's only a congressman because his daddy was a congressman, and the coach who's only a coach because his daddy was a coach. And both already mired in scandal. The congressman under investigation for paying your tax dollars to his criminal staffer's girlfriend for apparently no work. While the coach's family got tens of millions of your tax dollars, courtesy of Governor Kemp, and then poured cash into the governor's PAC to prop up the coach's campaign. But Atlanta, it doesn't matter which one wins. They're both corrupt political insiders, and they're both pro-war, pro-tariff, and pro-cutting your health care. They're both Trump puppets, and we'll beat either one of them in November.
The two opponents that Jon Ossoff is talking about here are Representative Mike Collins and Coach Derek Dooley, which are both fending off scandals right now. In the case of Mike Collins, he was accused of allowing taxpayer dollars to pay his chief of staff's girlfriend when she was doing no work for the office. And if we go here to this reporting right here, this is exactly what we are talking about. So this was, voted on unanimous that Brandon Phillips may have used congressional resources for unofficial or otherwise unauthorized purposes. If Mr. Phillips used congressional resources for unofficial or unauthorized purposes, then Mr. Phillips may have violated federal law, House rules, and standards of conduct. So that's who Mike Collins is deciding to affiliate himself with by paying off his girlfriend. And here's the report here and all of the legal jargon and things like that if you want to take a look at it for yourself. And then in the case of Mr. Derek Dooley over here, great name, by the way, it was found that the governor of Georgia, Governor Kemp, helped Derek Dooley's family line up tens of millions of dollars of taxpayer money and then pushed over $100,000 for those profits into Kemp's PAC to elect Dooley, creating an apparent pay-to-play scheme. So, yeah, right, like the family gave a bunch of money to Kemp, and then those profits went into a PAC that is now funding Dooley, and it's just like insane levels of corruption. So if we go right here, this is also some of that reporting saying new details revealing that Derek Dooley has benefited from state corruption and pay-to-play politics are deeply concerning. This is what we know. State records show that Dooley's family received tens of millions of dollars in state awards from official under Brian Kemp's supervision, while the Dooley family funneled tens of thousands of dollars to Kemp. Very interesting. And now those profits are boosting Dooley's run for U.S. Senate. As Republicans continue to mire themselves with corruption and chaos in the runoff, it's clear that they are now stuck in a two scandal-ridden GOP Senate candidates. Georgia deserves so much better. And that's where we get back to Jon Ossoff, right? The guy who is actually fighting for, the working people of Georgia. Either way, Jon Ossoff is going to have to fight one of these two men come November, right? And he is going to win. We have to have faith, right? He is a strong candidate, a great speaker, and he knows what the hell is going on. Right? Because Jon Ossoff has something that these two men could never have, right? And that is a true understanding of what makes this country worth fighting for.
And see, this is what small men like Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and Stephen Miller will never understand. That our national greatness flows not through our blood or our genes, but through our ideas. Americans are not a race, we're a people. United not by ethnicity, but by our shared convictions, and that is what makes us exceptional and a beacon to the world.
So while the right is jumping at each other's throats and cannibalizing itself and screaming and yelling at each other to try to win the racism Olympics or whatever the hell is going on over there, the left flank of the country is actually coalescing and uniting in ways that we have never seen before, right? If the left knows one thing, it's how to argue with someone who agrees with you 99% of the time, right? There are still plenty of center-left, corporate-backed, pro-Israel Democrats out there, right? Like the Cory Bookers and the Chuck Schumers of the world and the like. But there are also plenty more of these progressive candidates working tooth and nail to deliver a message of hope and unity against this rising tide of fascism in the United States. One such example is Jon Ossoff, right? This senator who, came up in a very, very competitive election back in 2020, was able to win and is now going back for seconds, right? And he is, keeping that same message of unity and progressive politics and all of these things, but he's not alone. There's Graham Plattner out in Maine, Abdul Assayed in Michigan, James Tallarico out in Texas, who has, from the very beginning, saying this very beautiful quote that this is not a fight of left versus right? But it is a fight of top versus bottom.
The first words out of my mouth when I launched this campaign were that the real fight in this country is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. I don't think it matters whether you're a little more progressive, a little more conservative, whether you're a Democrat, an independent, or Republican, whether you're urban, suburban, rural, black, white, brown, we're all getting screwed. None of us can afford anything. None of us can get ahead no matter how hard we work. And that's because this system, this political system and economic system, are rigged against us.
The system is rigged against us, right? That is just a fact. Anyone that claims otherwise is completely delusional or protecting, their own interests, right? And the more that we talk about it and elect leaders who will actually say it, fight for it, and stand up for everyday Americans, that is when we will finally see change in this damn country. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around until the very end. Really appreciate it. If you like what you saw in this video, be sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to show your support, and it would mean a lot to us here at USDS. All right, that's going to do it for me. I'm Iago Lashua. Have a good day. Goodbye.